Thank you, Oliver. How did everybody like the lunch? Okay. Do you guys want to play the game now or listen to a talk and then do the game? Well, the plan is to have the talk first and then the game.
No, because we will play the game in the same rooms as the lunch, so we are cleaning it up.
Alright, so good to see that. Very nice. If you have questions there, I'll pick them up while you guys are playing, and we'll have an open house after we play the first game. Right now we have Abhirup Roy, who's a product owner at Provernes, and his topic is succeeding in distributed Scrum. He needs a couple of volunteers as well if he can help. Thank you very much. Give a round of applause for
Since some of you wanted to play a game, so let's play a very small game related to the same topic, succeeding in distributed Scrum. I would request Harshita to come up here, and I would ask one more volunteer who is very confident and knows very well how to make a double knot in a tie.
Double knot and a tie.
Albert, you want to
You are
volunteer, right?
eliminating the women.
Very confident, right?
With your very
Okay, you give me a.
Okay, sure. So the thing is that she doesn't know how to wear a tie.
Okay.
So she will face the audience here, and your job will be to turn the other way around and teach her in the next 4 minutes how to make a double knot with a tie.
Turn that.
Yeah, so you will not see her,
Okay.
but you can speak to her, communicate with her freely. So the tie will be with her, so
Okay,
you will be
no,
giving
no,
her instructions,
Okay.
and she will be wearing the tie.
Huh? No.
Live streaming can help.
Huh?
Live streaming can help.
Yeah.
Actually, you could give 2 ties. So while he's doing it, she.
No.
Now the concept is you have only limited resources. Okay. I got it. Now I can do that.
Sure, thanks. So here's your tie, and your time starts now.
All the best. Good.
You have to turn around, you can see it.
Okay. Take the tie in 2 hands and just place it in your neck, around your neck.
Okay.
Okay. Take the longest side, longest one. Okay, and cross it over. That is right to left.
My right over.
You are right. You are right. Okay, and cross it over to left and just take it behind. The tie should go behind and take it to the front.
Which portion?
The longest one. The longest one.
Okay.
Okay. Take to the back side of the smallest and take it out. You don't see. You need to tell me whether it is done or not.
No, it's not. So,
Fine.
okay, I have the longest one. What do I do now?
Crossed.
Yeah, cross.
Okay. Wrap the toy. And how do I say that? Put it as a loop, like inside out.
Live streaming,
Okay.
remember that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Inside out. And now again, cross the tie, right to left.
You're right or not right?
All right. Okay. Now, take a full round around that. Oh my God, this is tough.
2 moments.
That's it. Okay. No. Okay. Again, take it behind and take it inside out.
Take it behind.
Inside out.
Inside out.
Okay.
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 Taken. Now, just no, not put it. Sorry, between the 2 knots. There is a knot between. Put the tie inside between the 2 knots.
There are no
Only one not.
Two knots?
There are no knots.
No, there are not.
No, they are not.
Oh,
Put it.
Do it all over again.
Start from the step.
start from the start.
This is a waste.
Again.
Yeah, same thing. Time up.
Time up.
Time up.
No, still 1 minute.
One more.
Okay.
You can do it.
Okay, same. Coordinate in two sides and then take a right side to the left. Okay, take it to inside out. Okay. Now wrap it again.
Wrap it where?
From back. Behind.
Time up.
Time up. Thank you.
Can you please round of applause for the morning? So the topic is succeeding in distributed Scrum, and the exercise we did just now, if you do a Google search, the challenges in distributed Scrum, one of the key elements you will find is communication, feedback. Both the things happened in this case as well. But what went wrong? So I would like to cover those environmental or behavioral specifics in the next few minutes, and how at Provanes we are trying to counter that and help people solve actual problems in distributed Scrum. One of the key areas which was missing in this exercise was what misses even in Scrum teams as well, even if they are co-located. That is proper exchange of energy. And by proper exchange of energy, what I mean to say is it is both at a psychological level, at a physical level, at a work level, at every level you can imagine. And that energy has to be transferred properly across all elements which is part of that project or the Scrum sprint delivery they are doing. I have worked as a process engineer in my previous organization where time and value and perfection, everything is very critical. I was working in the defense forces. So their process is a key, and what is seen generally what happens, a team which is co-located, if it can do something in say for example 10 minutes, the same team when it is distributed, it takes 10 times more time than it was actually taking them. Like for example in Bangalore you have Madras Sappers. This team, you will not believe, in 2005 I had gone there to see how much time they take to lay a bridge so that a column of tanks can move. They take exactly 4 minutes 35 seconds with just a team of 10 people. That is the perfection they have achieved. The same team, when they are distributed and it has to be a network of bridge that has to be done, they take more than 2.5 hours. So everybody does the same thing. I also encountered the same challenge when in the area of Rajasthan, the task was a complete information network had to be laid. And these are critical things. I mean, if you don't do it on time, you don't lose money, you don't lose anything. You lose in a battle, you lose your life. So they are so critical. So the time that used to take to establish the complete information network was 90 minutes. And in the army also they follow something very similar to Scrum. But the only difference is you don't pick to choose your stories. They tell you this has to be done, it has to be done. So that's the only problem. So then the challenge before us was we had to bring down that 90 minutes time to 30 minutes. And I was there in that project, along with me there were 2 other officers who were there, we were working. And at that time I noticed that the same people, when they are doing it in isolated, in their own location, they were not taking much time. But the moment it was a distributed location, even though communication was happening, even though feedback was happening, still something was lacking. What was it? So we went down and tried to study what was lacking. And my team, we came out with the only one thing that was lacking was proper transfer and exchange of energy between the team members, which is the whole concept of Scrum, I believe. The goal, basic, the spirit of Scrum, if you ask me, even the term Scrum is taken from rugby, where people are very physically, energetically one with each other. They act like a force, a whole force, a group of people who just collect their individual energies and transform it as a individual force. So when we studied that thing and I noticed that this was the problem that they were having, then without revealing much technical details, I can tell you this much, like we changed the whole process in such a way that we ensured that even at a distributed environment, they were doing that whole work they were doing individually, and the time was brought down. You might not believe it, from 90 minutes to 15 minutes. But again, as Albert was mentioning, I kept the buffer. I told it is 30 minutes. So saved some cushion for myself as well. So, but that is the thing I learned at that time. Then later on also in different other projects, whenever there was distributed teams involved, I found that if at any level, if you see, you start right from the stakeholders, investors, down to the lowest man who is doing the development work or whatever. If there is a slight disturbance in this transfer or exchange of energy, the whole process goes up. And the beauty of Scrum is that it's not hierarchical in nature. Everybody has ownership in their own rights. Everybody plays a crucial role for the overall delivery of the product. So in Scrum, I think we already have the platform to ensure that this proper exchange of energy happens and we don't face the difficulties we face might be in any other process in software development or other work. So here at Provanis, what we are doing, we have got a team called Agile Cockpit. So we look into these problems customers face on a day-to-day basis in solving the challenges of distributed Scrum. I'm pretty sure many of you work with distributed teams. If not complete team, at least some stakeholder, someone would be in some other location. So with this product Agile Cockpit, what we are trying to do, we are trying to solve these key issues, definitely in steps. We are still not there, but the roadmap is there. We are doing the efforts, and hopefully in future, in a few months or maybe a few weeks, whatever time, we will be there. So I will just now try to give you a very small demo of the different features we have in this tooling, which you can just go to Google, just search Agile Cockpit and log in and try it out for yourself whether it works for you or not. So this is the dashboard screen of the application, and if you see here, it has got on the top the navigation bar is there, and as of now we have got this applications, which is the dashboard, the burn down, the KPIs, the team, there's a video app, a backlog, standout, taskboard and retro. In the dashboard, basically at a team level, this is something like, you can say, social media which you use in Facebook or whatever. You can interact with your team members and you can comment, you can attach a photo, a file, whatever is relevant to your work, and you can even like or cheer up a post similar to what you get in your other social media applications. There is also a section in the dashboard which is the analytics section, which shows you the current sprint statistics and the previous sprint KPIs in terms of velocity, reliability, open defects and process efficiency. Then we have the burn down. The burn down app shows you the complete statistics of all previous sprints burned down depending on your selected view. Yeah, so this is the burn down of. Here what you can do, you can select your sprint, which sprints burn down you want to see. And you can take a look at the burn down. Along with the burn down, we have also defined certain process KPIs, which will help you understand what is going well in the team, what is not going well in the team. As of now, we are having velocity, which measures the number of story points the team delivers on each sprint. We have got reliability, which shows as a percentage as the number of story points the team committed against the number of story points they actually delivered. Then we have a process efficiency. It shows you the number of hours of tasks the team actually estimated and the actual time the team took to complete each task. And then we have a defect count, which shows you a statistics of the open defects as well as the closed defects. Then we have the team app. In the team app you can see a complete list of all members in your team, and while creating the account and assigning team members to your account, you can assign a role to the team member. So like here for instance, Rahul is a product owner and Vikram Kapoor is a stakeholder. So you can assign these specific roles to the team members. And on the settings page you can also put skills of individual team members, which you can get to see later on, which might help you in assessing the team strength and team expertise. Then we have something very special, which is the video app. The video app, basically when teams are in the different locations, this brings in that proper transparency and trust building and helps you in getting to know each other in a better way. This is a live video stream that you get once it is configured with your IP camera with this application. Presently we support 3 video cameras, so 3 distributed locations can get to share their video streaming through this app. Then what is most important, we have the backlog planning application. Here we have implemented as of now 4 columns, in which if you have any idea coming which is very basic in nature, the requirements are not yet clear and finalized, you can dump it in your Icebox. So this is the fields in the Icebox. You can put a title, a goal, you can add a theme to it. Like say for example you are working on a particular feature, a shopping cart, so the theme could be a shopping cart, and you can save it. So the hierarchy of the planning structure is, once an idea is there in the Icebox, you can drag that idea and push it in your product backlog once you know you are clear about the requirements. So once it's there in the product backlog, it takes the status of an epic, which means that your requirements are now a little bit clear, but they could be even further split into further more deliverable stories. So this is the epic which was just moved from Icebox to the product backlog. Here you can see there is a title, description, theme. You can attach a priority to it depending on the business value that it is having. Then you can add child stories to this epic as well. So once the child stories are added, then depending on the velocity of the team who will work on the sprint on this particular story, say for example an epic has got 8 child stories but the team can deliver only 6, so you can plan accordingly. At the story level you can also estimate your effort, tag it to a particular sprint, tag it to a release. You can plan your tasks, you can add your tasks here, put a priority on the tasks, effort. You can assign a person's name to the tasks and also a state to the task. You can also add attachments. If there is some UX design or something, some document related to that story, that also you can do. Multiple attachments are allowed. So once an item is in the product backlog, then when you are doing the sprint planning, at that time you can drag that particular story from the product backlog to your sprint backlog. And depending on the estimation the team does, the story points are automatically accumulated, and if you see at any point of time that it exceeds the velocity of the team and the team says that they cannot deliver, then you can replan or move, untag some of the stories from the sprint and it goes back to the product backlog. You can also do your capacity planning. In this sprint it was not planned. Let me show you a new sprint. So here is the capacity planning. It will show you all the details of the team members, the holidays, the planned leaves, the unplanned leaves. You can update everything here, and it will show you the actual number of hours available the planned and the idle. So once you can add a particular story to a particular sprint, it might happen that within a sprint in some companies there is a norm, they do multiple releases. So release or sprint are independent in nature, they are not related to each other. You can tag a particular item to a sprint as well as to a release also. So this will show you all the items which are tagged to a particular release after you have created the release. So now moving on, this is another unique app we have designed. Stand up, as we know, is a very important part of daily Scrum. So via this app you can record your daily Scrum, and that same recording can be shared across teams. In the current sprint we have not recorded any Scrum. Any stand up? Sorry for that because it's not coming up. But otherwise, basically the concept behind the stand-up app is like once a stand-up is recorded, you can download it, you can view it, you can share it via email across your team members or other stakeholders if they want to review it. Then for your task planning, you have the task board. In the task board, you can add a task to a particular story. You can drag and drop it into different states of the tasks, and once a task is done, then the product owner can move the story to done. Then we have a properly distributed retrospective feature, which means like say for example if certain people of a particular project delivery team are located in different locations, they can simultaneously type their retrospective and it will capture the complete retrospective sprint review of that previous sprint. So this is in short all about the product that we are having. And I would request all of you, this demo I gave is in the live domain using my own account. So you can see that everything, all the features, whatever is there. So you can just create a demo account and try it out for yourself. If you like it, you can subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, which is also one of the aims because you are the people who are facing actual problems. If any problem you come up with, please share it with us. We'll discuss about it. And in case we can find a solution to it, we will definitely add it as an enhancement to the product. So this is all I had to say in short, but the main goal of the talk was succeeding in distributed Scrum, and this was just a tooling I showed, which we are doing, which I am working on, my team is working on. But at the back of the mind, what the goal of Scrum says, make sure there is proper exchange of energy at every level, and I'm pretty sure depending on your location or whatever, it will not matter. Even if it is a distributed, even if there is multiple teams, the teams will finally succeed. So that's all I have to say. Any questions or anything?
Recording the stand-up.
Recording the stand-up, what happens like, say for example, you have a team here in India and you have a team in the US. So the team here in India, once they are doing the stand-up, they can record the stand-up, your video. So once you record the stand-up, then the team in the US, they can also view that stand-up. So similarly, what they are doing, we can also view.
So you have Scrum band kind of thing, the task board where you do the tasks.
Scrum band.
The task board where you
Okay, Kanban. No, Kanban presently we don't have. Presently we are only having Scrum. Yeah, that is a task board. So once you do the task planning at the story level, at that time it shows you as a. So this is the story, user story it is showing. So you can add a task to it. So once you click, it opens the task form. You can add a title, description, priority, and the remaining work in hours. And you can assign it to a particular person in the team. So once the task is created, then it will be in this to-do state. So you can drag that task from the to-do state to the next state, and again to the next state. So I'll show you one. Like say for example, this is a task which is already done. So I want to move it back to another state. So the task was moved, so it was not done. Similarly, in the other direction also you can move tasks. So this is task board planning, not the Kanban board in that sense.
So this is done after the Scrum daily stand-up.
Yeah, this is basically at the sprint planning when the team is discussing. At that time, when the team breaks down the stories further into at the task level. So say for example, a story has got a user should be able, as a user I should be able to log in on entering my username and password. So the team might feel that this story involves a separate UI task, server-side task. So they will break down those tasks. So once you do the task planning, then you can, once you start working on them, and as and when the tasks are done, you can keep moving from one state to the other.
So the defects could be mapped to each and every user story.
Defect, we have got a separate thing. Like say for example, if you go to backlog, as a product backlog item, once you go here, you have got 3 items: epic, feature or bug. So if you want to add a defect, you can add it. I'll just show you. There's another good feature, which is you can add the severity to the defect. If it is critical, major or minor, you can put the defect type, whether it's a live defect or the current sprint delivery defect. And you can also tag the defect to a previous user story. Like say for example, you had worked on a particular feature which has introduced this defect, so you can tag it to that user story.
So do you have just the 3 issue types like this one, or can I add my customized issue type?
As of now, we have just these 3 issue types, but we are working on it. So maybe some few more weeks or months, we could be having custom types as well.
So is there any problem to record this question meeting outcomes? Record the details. So
It is saved, so you cannot record means you are telling a video.
any documentation.
Yeah, it's there. I'll show you. So, say for example, this is the recorded. So whatever we do, that is already saved. You can see it any point of time.
Is there any provisions for test cases for attached to just like
In the description, you can update that. Like say for example, this is the story, this is the title, this is the description. You can either add it as an attachment file, or you can update it in the description. The acceptance criteria, anything you want to add to it, you can add it either as an attachment or in the description.
Can you link one issue to another issue, or only through tags it can be?
You can actually, but as I told you, like say for example, this is a bug, and let me add some. Say for example, this is a previous bug which was created, which was reported, the one that is selected there, and this new bug is related to that one. So you can just link up both of these. This is done using .NET mostly.
So are we expecting Scrum Masters to manage this too?
No, if you see in the team members, if I go to the team app, there are different user personas. There is product owner, stakeholder, Scrum Master is also there. Like he is the Scrum Master. So you can, anybody can use this tool, not necessarily because developers are also a part of the team itself, so they can also update.
When I say not manage, like you're going to say recordings and other things to be uploaded.
Scrum, no, it is automatically done. Like say for example, stand up. Once you click on this record button, so this is the record button. Once you click on it, so here the camera is configured. So once it is configured, it will automatically record. Then it will be saved. You don't need to do anything. No managing is required.
What's the unique about this tool? Because if I go to the market, I'll see at least another 50 or 100 such kind of tools, okay? Which are more mature, which has more features, as I said, customized issue types, everything. except, I mean, you can take Jira as a this one. They have
Yeah.
Jira Agile, and they have thousands of add-ons
Mhm.
which will give much more functionality.
See, the basic aim behind this tool is keeping it simple and addressing the problems of distributed Scrum primarily. So if you see the other tools, they do not have this stand-up recording thing. They do not have this video app feature. They might not have a distributed retrospective app. So all these things, they are very easy to use, user-friendly. Anybody logging in for the first time can figure out how to go about it and immediately start implementing the process. So that is the basic aim, to keep it simple. The second aim is enabling the users to ensure there is more collaboration at an overall distributed Scrum level, which I think some of the other tools are lacking. There are a lot of customization options, everything is there, but at the end of the day, if you compare them, the simplicity is lacking and this focus on distributed Scrum is lacking.
And as of now, this is just a start.
Yeah, as of now, this is just a start. So we will keep rolling out more features. So we work in a sprintly 2-week sprints. So every sprint we release some new features.
And also we're working on the customer feedback. So the feedbacks that you gave.
Yeah, so once you log in, if you face any issues, please feel free to write in. So we will consider them as well.
What is the value that stand-up is giving?
Value the stand-up is giving, like, say for example, what happens, there are two teams. The UI team is working at some other location, and at this location, the team is working only the back-end logic part. So many a times what happens, the work, there is a dependency issue. So in the stand-up, whenever you're discussing your challenges, the difficulties, whatever you're facing, if there is some other dependency there, so every day we review the stand-ups at different locations. So by that they come to know like what are the lagging issues which needs immediate attention.
Even though they're in different locations, different time zones, they're supposed to attend the stand-up together.
Yeah, you can attend it together, but at times it is just not possible. So looking at all practical situations, this, because in the US it's 12 hours difference.
Yeah, usually if you try to do that across locations, somebody is in the night doing the stand-up, somebody is doing it in the morning. Usually when you start the day, you would like to know what you want to do today.
So do you need that is an issue with the Scrum organization? There is no Scrum Master.
There is Scrum Master, but what happens, every team, like distributed Scrum, if you see in such a way, there are different teams located in different locations. Every team might have its own Scrum Master. There could be some project coordinators at some level doing the arranging the coordination part, but somehow the overall coordination and togetherness is lacking at some level. So our aim is to ensure that that thing happens. So through the video app, through the stand-up app, all these things, we are trying to make sure that it happens.
Through this tool.
Well,
Through this tool.
yeah.
But again, do you mean to say without the tool distributed Scrum doesn't come?
No, we are not trying to say that, but we are trying to say like if you use this tool, then it will remove some of your headache. It will help you in implementing the process.
Yeah, you can just gain from our experience. So we made this tool for ourselves actually. Now it is public, or we made it for example here, during stand-up, burn down is side by side. So I don't need to look anywhere else. When I'm doing stand-up, I know I'm behind or I'm forward, and those are the things you want to discuss during stand-up. All the screens are like that.
You have to daily record this stand-up and then upload it in the...
It's
No,
automatically
they don't
uploaded.
have to upload it. The thing is hosted in the cloud. As of now, we are hosting it in Rackspace. So soon we are moving to Windows Azure. Everything is in a secured environment. So everything is uploaded automatically. You don't manually have to do anything. So once you record the stand-up, it asks you for an option. Who all were there in the stand-up. You select who all team members were there and it's uploaded. So you can just retrieve the data and see if you're in a different location, what are the challenges the other team is facing, if you need to do anything to help them out. So those things become much more transparent and easy to understand.
So what is the audio quality in this?
Excuse me, I have to break in. Could I park all your questions? I don't know if Abhirup enthralled all of you or cast a spell on me. This is so serious. We'll get on to the game, right? Running out of time, but sure.
Just,
please get your sticky notes, write them up.
I just have one important question. Does this work with other? Is there any integration? If I have my stories already somewhere,
Yeah, as of now we are
again in
supporting as of now we are supporting integration with TFS 2012 and 13. But the plan is, roadmap is there. We will also support other environment like Git, GitHub, Jenkins. But that's in the future roadmap. It is there.
So my TFS works.
Yeah, as of now TFS works. Yeah, whatever data is there in the TFS, you can also use it for Cockpit.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Abhirup. someone asked if we would share the slides today. Not today. Allow us a week's time. The shares, the slides, and the video recording will be at our YouTube, and the slide share. We'll post updates on our Twitter account and our Meetup website. And how many of you like playing games with balloons?
At least few.
Nobody else wants to play, or?
Wants to view.
Okay, Arati is here from Rico Communications.
Innovation.
Okay, Rico Innovation. Sorry about that. She's gonna. Tower of Balloons game. The way we're gonna do it, count 1 to 6. All one stay here, and all 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walk in, walk outside. There are numbers written in every team rooms. Get inside, wait there until.
You get your tea bags to play the game.
Alright, instructions are gonna be right now.